Hi guys, welcome to my second video of Spark. Okay, Apache Spark. Here I'm going to discuss about what is the key difference between Spark and Hadoop. Okay, guys. So basically, see, based on your requirement scenarios, you used to choose the Apache Spark and Hadoop. Okay. When it comes to enterprises, right, organization, those who have big data, right, in order to process. So earlier, before launching the Spark, Hadoop was to utilize that. Okay, but right now, I want to explain about key differences between Spark and Hadoop. So Apache Spark and Apache Hadoop are both open source framework for processing big data. Okay, that is like this. Both are using for the processing of big data. Okay, but they have different strength and weakness are suited for different types of applications. Okay, now let's coming about Hadoop. Hadoop is a framework, guys, for storing and processing large dataset in a distribution fashion. It is designed for batch processing, which means that is for processing of large amount of data that is not changing frequently. Okay, it means, guys, it is mostly useful for the batch processing and large amount of data if you have that is not changing frequently. It means that batch processing the data which is scheduled and it is used for the mainly for the batch level of data. For example, you want to you have some data that is not changes. Mostly like if you consider like master data, some transaction data, that data will changes, right? Based on the some timeline. Same scenarios. So we are utilizing for the Hadoop. Okay, it for mostly used for the big data processing. Hadoop uses a program model called MapReduce, which is simple and efficient way to use for the process large data set. So Hadoop also using this mostly like MapReduce programming model technique, which is mostly useful for the large process data set. So we don't want to go to deep more about the map data. Our motive for this video series are like focus on Spark and PySpark. Okay. Now, coming about Spark. Spark is a framework for processing large data set in more general fashion. It can be used for the batch processing, streaming data processing, and machine learning and graph processing. So Spark is faster than Hadoop for many types of application, and it is more user-friendly. Guys, when it comes to Hadoop and Spark, right, there are like Hadoop a little bit, when it comes to user-friendly, it is a little bit for the basic person who wants to go to it, he will face some complexity. But when it comes to Spark, right, if you have like some knowledge of Python, if you have knowledge of some Java, right, you can easily work it out. Okay, but Spark is a framework for processing large data, but mainly for utilizing for the batch processing. You can have the three features here: batch processing, streaming data processing, and machine learning and graph processing. Guys, basically these two scenarios we will discuss for machine learning graph processing later sections, but we'll focus on this one: batch and stream data processing. So batch processing, already told you guys, the data which is used for the batch wise, it may be scheduled and it can be used for the particular scenarios like master data. Okay, but the data that is frequently changes. You want to process huge amount of data. Okay, like IoT data kind of stuff, streaming the data, event based data, which is coming from APIs, right? For example, if you can take, you can see some APIs which are giving the cricket board, right? Whenever live data is coming, those kind of data, it can handle huge amount of data. And machine learning graph processing, like it is like based on the machine learning models where you used to showcase some, you have to design some models which is helpful for the machine learning, and those data you have to provide in real time as a batch wise. Okay. So Spark is faster than Hadoop for many type of application, guys. Okay. So key differences, guys, I want to showcase here. Future data processing model, general execution graph, MapReduce. So general data processing model, they are utilizing the some process model, right? And processing speed is faster compared to Hadoop is having the slower and easy, more user friendly, less user friendly. And application has already told you these are the main differences between the Spark and Hadoop. Okay, use case Spark and Hadoop. So you need to process data in real time. You can utilize this Spark. You need to perform some machine learning or graph processing. You can go ahead for this Spark. And you are, for example, You want to handle some data that is changes frequently, right? You can utilize this Spark. But when it comes to Hadoop, you want to process very large data set, that is like batch processing. We can utilize. You already in using Hadoop, you can go ahead, guys. Okay, you are comfortable with MapReduce programming. These are the basic scenarios you can utilize where the Hadoop. But overall, guys, Spark is better choice for application nowadays. Everyone using Spark, guys, mostly for machine learning as well as data science and data engineering models also for high performance and flexibility. Hadoop is good choice for application that require very high scalability. It means you want to add more scalables, right, in your applications. So that already using Hadoop, that is better approach. Other than that, guys, for example, programming interface, I want to tell you, Spark has more user-friendly programming than Hadoop, and it also support more programming languages, including Java, Scala, Python, and R. Hadoop require developer to write code in Java only. That is a key in major differences. And fault tolerance, one of the feature I want to see the differences. Both Spark and Hadoop having highly fault tolerant system. However, Spark resilient distributed data sets and offer better fault tolerance than the Hadoop distributed file system. Okay. And coming about, guys, for example, if you're having the offline analytics purposes, Hadoop can be used for the offline analytic tasks such as database and business intelligence. And when it comes to like batch processing, you can replace the Hadoop is best suited for the large data sets. When it cost sensitive, guys, Hadoop can be more cost effective than Spark. Certain workloads such as processing data set that not fit into in memory. So these are the main scenarios where we have to choose the right decision, guys. But basically, guys, nowadays everyone is using for the mostly using the Spark, guys. Okay. And when it comes to Spark, okay, real-time, as I said already, Spark is well suited for processing real-time data, such as streaming data from sensors or social media. Iterative analytics, for example, if you want to utilize the Spark for iterative analytic tasks such as machine learning and data mining purpose, you can utilize it. And Spark can be used for executing iterative queries on large data set. Okay, if you want to like make some iterative some queries, right? You want to implement some iterative queries, like you want to apply some on large data set. For example, some scenario where you need to utilize some logics behind, right? Some iterative logic for each like switch kind of statements. Right? So those kind of scenarios I'm giving the example. In order to apply some transformation, you can easily apply. And processing speed, the Spark is typically much faster than Hadoop for both batch and real-time processing. This is because the Spark can catch it, intermediate in memory. Guys, the main difference is Spark and Hadoop is Spark is following the in-memory concept, guys. Okay, which is avoid need to read and write data to disk multiple times. Guys, in Hadoop, we need to write the data and disk, but here it is following the in-memory. It means the data completely processing from the in-memory side, guys. So this is the main thing, the difference between Spark and Hadoop. Okay, guys, I will cover more topic on Spark in upcoming videos. Thank you for your time.